Hi everyone, it's me Jamshed Raza from mathupdates.com, and today we are going to solve and prove fundamental law of trigonometry. And in fundamental law of trigonometry we have a formula and which we are going to solve. Like the formula is cos of alpha minus beta, which is equal to cos of alpha cos of beta and plus sine of alpha and sine of beta. And for that we are going to take one circle, and that circle should be unit circle. And what is the meaning of unit circle? When the radius of the circle should be equal to 1. And I'm going to take one line here in the center, and we call that circumference, and the origin should be at the center of that one, which we call it O, and that point should be D. Okay, now since it is on x-axis, therefore it is and unit circle, therefore the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 0, because y has no value here, it is on x-axis only. Now further we are going to take like one more line, and we are going to take here and maybe like here. Okay, it is completely line and we call it A and A. And for that A we are going to find the coordinate, and finding the coordinate we are going to do one more step, and for that we are going to make like line here and drop that to the x-axis. Now what we have here, it is from that point to that point, it is x and it is y. We need the x coordinate and y coordinate of any coordinate. For example, if I'm going to show you here, if we have a coordinate system like this one, and we have like this one, and we are going to find here a point which is P, then the coordinate will be x and y, and we are going to draw from here and we are going to drop here, and it means that area is x and that area is y. Therefore, how much distance from the origin is x-axis, we are going to write here, and how much that is from y-axis we are going to write here. For example, it is 2 and it is 3, then we are going to write 2, 3 is the point which lies in this coordinate. Okay, now further we are going to solve that. What is in that circle the coordinate of A point? Then we are going to write like for finding x value we use cos of like we should also define the angle here. We will say that this angle is alpha. Okay, and alpha. Now cos of alpha is equal to x our r, base our hypotenuse. Now for that one, what we are going to do, we are going to find x, therefore we write x, and x is equal to r cos of alpha. Now what is the value of r? Since it is unit circle, therefore the value of r is 1, and therefore we are going to write x is equal to cos of alpha. It means the x coordinate is cos of alpha, and the y coordinate, what is the value of y coordinate? For that we are going to write here one line, and we for y, you know, the ratio is sine of alpha, which is equal to y over r. It means perpendicular our hypotenuse. Now since we are going to find y, then the r will come here, then we will write r sine of alpha, and since r is equal to 1, we are going to write sine of alpha. It means it is sine of alpha. Okay, we found both a x coordinate and y coordinate. Now we are going to take one more line here, and we called it we call that B. And for B we are going to write, let me just change the color of that line. We are going to take, it is not perpendicular, it has some angle, and we are going to write here. Okay, now the angle will come from here, and that angle should be here, and we call that beta angle, and that point is B. Okay, now we are going to find the coordinate for the B, and same procedure will come here. Like we have sine of that angle is beta, therefore we write cos of beta and sine of beta. Okay, now one other line we are going to take from exactly same with A to B here with C, and I have drawn CD. Okay, let me take one more color, and we are going to draw here, and we are going to write C, and that C and D is exactly same size with A and B, and the size, the arc of A and B. What is the arc? That curved line. Okay, that is equal A and B. In this picture it is not looking equal or similar, but in actual part when we are going to draw, that should be equal with AB with CD. Therefore we are going to find the angle for AB first. Now since you are going to see what is the angle for, like we have alpha here, beta here, and alpha is coming towards A and beta here, what should be the angle in between alpha and beta? For example, I'm going to write like here. Okay, what should be that one? Then we are going to write, since alpha is coming till to A here and beta is coming till to here, then therefore we can say that now like we are going to, let me just adjust once again. We are going to say that like what should be the angle here, then when we are going to minus alpha minus beta, like beta, we will get this angle. Now that is beta. I'm taking minus from alpha, it means it will cut down, that area will remain alpha minus beta. And similarly, if I'm going to show you that in similar way, like we have A and B, I have another line like here C and D, and what will be like I have one more point. Okay, what will be the distance of that from B to D? Then what we will do, we bring that and minus that part, because AB will be minus from CD. What will be remaining? It is B and D. It means from B to D we will get that portion, and all these will cancel out with this one. Okay, similarly we have all like here we have also same thing in circle, and we have done similar way. Now for example, I'm showing you that here alpha minus beta, and since CD is completely equal with the arc AB, therefore the angle of CD will also be like alpha minus beta. Okay, now we will bring one more formula here, and for that one we are going to say that since I have distance formula, and distance formula is always equal to same x coordinate minus x1 x2 minus x1 square, which is equal to which we are going to add with plus coordinate, and which is y2 minus y1 square, and all of that should be square root. Okay, now that is the distance formula, and it means that if we have a 2 point in coordinate system, then how we are going to find the distance? Like if I'm going to find the in coordinate 2 point, for example it is point B and it is point A, and that both lies in coordinate like this one, then what we say that it is the point X x1 y1, and it is the point x2 y2. Now how we are going to find the distance? We are going to minus x2 from x1 and y2 from y1. And in similar way, if we are going to find the straight line, for example, I have here 2 and I have here 4, the distance, for example, what I am going to take, how I find that length, then I'm going to minus 2, 4 minus 2, and I will get 2. Similarly, we are going to just take the final and minus that from initial, then it will come like this one. Okay, now since we got all the values from here, a, b, c, d, and I'm going to write it on the lower bottom, and for that one I'm going to do one step here, like I'm going to come here and write all the coordinate, and for that one I have like let me write, since arc AB is equal to arc CD, and therefore we are going to write that arc AB and CD is like the angle is alpha minus beta. Okay, now what is A? A is cos of alpha and sine of alpha, and what was the B? B is like we have B is cos of beta and sine of beta, and what was alpha minus beta? Okay, we are going to find two more coordinates from here for C, and from D we have already. We are going to find C, since it is alpha minus beta, therefore we are going to write value for cos and sine, and similarly the same value will come like L cos of alpha minus beta and sine of alpha minus beta, and the D is 1 0. Okay, we have just wrote down A, B, and we are going to write C and D as well. Now what is the value of C and D? We are going to write here, and for that one we are going to write like C is equal to cos of alpha minus beta and sine of alpha minus beta. And what is the value of D here? We are just going to write D is equal to 1 x-axis and y-axis is equal to 0. Now since we have arc ABCD, both these are equal, therefore we are going to write the distance formula for both of them, and for that one we are going to write like x square x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square and square root, and we have that both are equal, therefore we are going to write same x2 minus x1 and plus y2 minus y1 square, and again we are just going to, that will cut down with each other. Okay, since we are going to take that, and x2 for AB is x2, we have A, which is cos of alpha minus cos of beta, and remember that we have 2 points, one is A and one is B. For example, we are going to just minus both A and B, therefore we are going to take that alpha minus beta. Okay, now we are going to square that one plus what is y2 sine, since we have sine of alpha and sine of beta, sine of we have sine of alpha and minus sine of beta. Okay, square, and we are going to take the, okay, we cut down the square root. Now here we are going to write what is the value from here, like we have CD, the C we have cos of alpha minus beta and minus 1 square, and plus what is y, sine of alpha minus beta and minus 0 square. Okay, now further we are going to solve that one, and for doing so we are going to write the formula, which is a plus b square, and you already familiar with that formula. In doing so, we are going to get cos square alpha plus cos square beta and minus 2 cos of alpha and cos of beta. And next we have here sine square of, okay, how about just making that with different color, and sine square of alpha plus sine square of beta minus 2 sine of alpha and sine of beta, and that all are equal to, like I'm going to write these one, cos square of, okay, writing with different color, cos square of, let me just remove that one, cos square of alpha minus beta, and we have plus 1 and minus 2 cos square of alpha minus beta, and plus we have this value, which the 0 will just 0 with this one, and sine square of alpha minus beta. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are just going to bring that together, like cos of alpha, and cos alpha with alpha and beta with beta, and for that one we are going to do cos square, and for example we are going to come here and write cos square of alpha plus sine square of alpha plus cos square of beta and plus sine square of beta, and minus, since we have 2 cos of alpha cos of beta and 2 sine of alpha and sine of beta, 2 cos of alpha cos of beta and minus 2 sine of alpha sine of beta. And what is in equation, second part of equation, that is cos square of. Now let me just write cos square of, like we have this one, cos square of alpha minus beta and plus 1, and cos sine, like we have cos square, and now I will write sine square of alpha plus beta, sine square of alpha minus beta, and we have plus 1 minus 2 cos square of alpha minus beta. Okay, since we have 2 cos square of alpha beta, let me just check if that is correct. Cos square of, no, that here is not, square will not come with 2, here we don't have square, which is 2ab, therefore I said that. What is going on? Okay, now next we are going to attempt, like we know that, what do we know that we know that cos square of alpha plus sine square of alpha is equal to 1, and therefore we are going to apply that formula in here, and we will get like cos square of alpha sine square alpha is equal to 1, plus this will just change to 1, and this will also change to 1. It is cos square of sine, or you can write sine square of alpha plus cos square of alpha, no matter. Okay, plus 1 minus 2 cos of alpha cos of beta minus 2 sine of alpha and sine of beta, and here equal to, I'm going to write that with rate 1, and we see cos square of alpha minus beta sine square of alpha minus beta, that will also change to 1 plus 1 minus 2 and cos alpha minus beta, that is also just making like this formula. Okay, that is also same. Now what we are going to do next, we are just going to add that to 1, and for this we have 2 minus 2 cos of alpha cos of beta and minus 2 sine of alpha and sine of beta, and we have is equal to, I'm going to write right hand side 2 and minus 2 cos of alpha minus beta. Okay, what next we are going to do, we are just going to write and take common 2 from all of these. Taking common 2, 1 minus, we have here cos of alpha, cos of beta, and minus sine of alpha and sine of beta, and we are going to take common from there as well 2, and we will get 1 minus cos of alpha minus beta. Okay, now since these two will cut down with each other, and we are going to write these like 1 minus cos of alpha and cos of beta minus sine of alpha and sine of beta, and which is equal to 1 minus cos of alpha minus beta. Now this one is here is plus, and it will go there and it will change to minus, like cos of alpha cos of beta minus sine of alpha sine of beta, which is equal to 1, and this one I have written that, and we are going to shift that one in right hand side, and it is here plus, and we are changing that to the minus sign, and we will get now cos of alpha minus beta. Okay, next what we are going to do, cut that to 1, and we have now like minus sign, and we just take like common minus from here, then that will change to plus sine of alpha sine of beta, and we have that it is plus, and it will change to minus, like cos of alpha cos of beta, and we have already here minus cos of alpha minus beta. Okay, now next what we are going to do, we are going to just cancel that 2 minus, and I will shift that to left and that to right. Now we have cos of alpha minus beta, which is equal to cos of sine of alpha sine of beta, if I am not doing something wrong. Okay, I will write sine of alpha sine of beta, sine of alpha sine of beta minus cos of alpha and cos of beta. Let me check once again what is wrong here. Okay, one mistake I have done here, and that is with here I have minus sign when we are going to take here minus, and it will also change to plus. Okay, now we are going to cut down this one, and it will also turn to plus, and therefore now we got the equation like cos of alpha minus beta, which is equal to sine of alpha sine of beta plus cos of alpha and cos of beta, or you can either write that alpha minus beta, which is equal to cos of alpha cos of beta and plus sine of alpha and sine of beta, and it is the fundamental trigonometric equation which we have written here, and you can see what is going on here, and exactly you have found that we have basic trigonometric function, and everything is written here like cos of alpha minus beta, which is equal to cos of alpha cos of beta plus sine of alpha and sine of beta. I hope that you got all the basic ideas that from where x and y coordinate is coming, how to draw each and everything. If you have any problem further, you can check this video again and again, and with the passage of the time you should stop the video and practice whatever you have not understood, and just make the video little bit backward and see what is going on, and again practice that one, and you will learn mathematics without any problem. If you have again any problem or you want to ask anything, just write that in comment box below, and if you have not subscribed here, just subscribe my channel for more amazing videos which is coming and going on, and like that videos. It's me Jamshed Raza from mathupdates.com. For now, goodbye.